Hi, I'm Trevor, an elite tasker on Taskrabbit, and I'm here to walk you through DIY lawn care. I've got some essential tips for a healthy, lush lawn. First, identify your grass type. Grass comes in many varieties, each with its own needs. Generally, there are two main types. Cool season grasses. These do well in northern areas with cold winters and mild summers, like Kentucky bluegrass and ryegrass. Warm season grasses. These are best for southern areas with hot summers and mild winters, like Bermuda grass and St. Augustine. Knowing your grass type is important for determining mowing height and fertilization schedules. If you're unsure, take a sample to your local nursery for identification. Next, if possible, it's best to run a soil test. Your grass is only as good as the soil it grows in. Conducting a soil test is like giving your lawn a physical. It reveals vital information about the pH levels and the nutrients content. Here's how to do it. Collect soil samples from various parts of your lawn about 6 inches deep. Mix these samples and send them to a local soil testing lab. Interpret the results and adjust accordingly. For instance, if your soil is too acidic or has a low pH, you might need to add lime. If it's too alkaline, sulfur can help it bring it down. Remember, optimal pH for most grasses is between 6.0 and 7.0. Balancing your soil's pH and nutrients levels set the stage for a lawn that's both resilient and vibrant. Now let's talk about maintenance. Mowing is a fundamental lawn care task that, when done correctly, promotes healthy growth. Here are some great techniques. Keep your mower blades sharp. Dull blades tear grass instead of cutting it cleanly, leaving it vulnerable to disease. Follow the 1/3 rule. Never remove more than 1/3 of the grass blade's height in a single mowing. Adjust your mowing height based on your grass type. Cool season grass, 2.5 to 4 inches. Warm season grass, 1 to 3 inches. Plan on a mowing schedule. Consistency is key when it comes to mowing. The frequency of mowing depends on the grass growth rate and the season. During peak growing seasons, cool seasons grass might need mowing twice a week, whereas warm season grass typically requires weekly mowing. Pro tip: vary your mowing patterns each time to prevent soil compaction and to encourage upright growth. Now let's move on to watering. Water is life for your lawn, but too much or too little can spell disaster. Here are some best practices. Water deeply and infrequently. This encourages deep root growth, making your lawn more resilient to drought. The best time to water is early morning or late evening to minimize evaporation and fungal growth. Aim for about 1 to 1.5 inches of water per week, including rainfall. Use a rain gauge or tuna can to measure. Look for signs of overwatering and underwatering. Adjust your watering habits at the first sign of these symptoms to keep your lawn in top shape. Overwatering signs include fungal growth or mushrooms, spongy feel when walking on the lawn, runoff during watering. Underwatering signs include footprints that remain visible long after walking on the grass. Your grass blades turn a blue-gray color. Soil is dry several inches deep. Next up, fertilizing. A well-fed lawn is a healthy lawn. Fertilizing provides essential nutrients that might be lacking in your soil, creating lush growth and vibrant color. Choosing the right fertilizer. Fertilizers are labeled with 3 numbers representing the NPK ratio. Nitrogen promotes leaf growth and green color. Phosphorus supports root development. Potassium enhances overall health and disease resistance. Choose a fertilizer based on your soil test results and grass type. Generally, lawns need more nitrogen than other nutrients. Consider organic fertilizers for long-term soil health and synthetic ones for quick results. Let's go over some application tips. Remember, over-fertilizing can burn your lawn and contribute to water pollution, so always follow recommended rates. Here are some additional tips when applying fertilizer. Use a spreader for even distribution. Water the lawn after fertilizing to help nutrients reach the root. For cool season grasses, focus on spring and fall applications. Warm season grasses benefit most from late spring to midsummer fertilization. Now let's talk about weeds. A healthy lawn is your best defense against weeds, but even the most well-maintained yards can face invasions. Some preventative measures. Maintain proper mowing height to shade out weed seedlings. Water deeply but infrequently to encourage deep grass roots. Use mulch and garden beds to prevent weed growth. Mulch grass clippings to retain moisture and suppress weeds. Weed identification and removal. Common weeds include dandelions, crabgrass, and clover. For small infestation, manual removal is sufficient. For larger problems, consider applying pre-emergent herbicides in early spring to prevent weed seeds from germinating, or post-emergent herbicides for established weeds, choosing between selective and non-selective options. Remember, always read the following herbicide instructions carefully to protect your lawn, the environment, and yourself. Now let's get into aeration and overseeding. Over time, soil can become compacted, making it difficult for grass roots to grow and for water and nutrients to permeate. Aeration and overseeding can rejuvenate a tired lawn. Aeration involves creating small holes in the soil to reduce soil compaction, improve air circulation to roots, enhance water and nutrients absorption. Aerate cool season grasses in early fall or spring, and warm season grasses in late spring or early summer. Use a manual aerator for small lawns or a mechanical one for larger areas. Overseeding introduces new grass seeds to fill in bare spots and thicken the lawn. Follow these easy steps to get started. Mow the lawn short and rake to remove debris. Applied seed evenly using a spreader. Lightly rake to provide good seed to soil contact. Keep the area moist until seedlings establish. For best results, overseed immediately after aerating. Overseed cool season grasses in the fall and warm season grasses in late spring. And finally, let's talk a bit about pest control. A healthy lawn is more resistant to pests and diseases, but vigilance is key to catching problems early. If you notice any of the following issues, take prompt action. Grubs are C-shaped larvae that feed on grass roots and cause brown patches. Chinch bugs. These tiny insects suck plant juices, leading to dried out areas. Brown patches. Any circular brown areas in the lawn indicate fungal disease. Powdery mildew. Grass mildew is a fungal infection that appears as a white, powdery coating on grass blades. A combination of organic and chemical methods can effectively manage lawn pests and diseases. Here are a few tips to keep your lawn healthy and pest-free. Encourage beneficial insects like ladybugs and praying mantis. For grubs, consider milky spore or beneficial nematodes. Manage fungal diseases by avoiding overwatering and improving air circulation. Use insecticidal soaps for pest control as a safer alternative to chemical pesticides. Now let's get seasonal. I'm going to walk you through some ways to keep your lawn thriving year-round. For spring, clean up winter debris and gently rake to remove dead grass. Test soil and apply lime if needed. Begin mowing when grass starts actively growing. Detach if necessary to promote healthy root development. For summer, raise mowing height to reduce heat stress. Water deeply and early in the morning. Stay on top of weed control. Increase watering frequency during hot, dry spells. For fall, aerate and overseed cool season lawns. Continue mowing until growth stops. Apply fall fertilizer to strengthen roots for winter. Rake leaves to prevent smothering grass. For winter, minimize foot traffic on frozen grass. Plan for the next year's lawn care strategy. Maintain equipment for the coming spring. So before you go, remember, if you follow these lawn care tips, you're well on your way to growing and maintaining the lawn of your dreams. But if lawn care is not your thing, you can always hire me or other taskers like me on Taskrabbit.